friends, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to see how WP Apartment works for staff members. So we're going to see how the staff member journey works in WP Apartment, right from login to their complaint management and reports. So once as a staff member, you log in the system from user and password, and you will see from the web version. We also have the mobile app version, so you can use either of them uh, to log in into the system and see how it works. Today we're just going to give it in the web version and see how it once you log in how it works. So here is the dashboard where you will be able to see visitors, building units, parking slots, if any complaints that is been raised. So dashboard gives you all the overview of the system: invoices, calendar, income expense report, the complaints, latest file complaints, booking facility, the messages, notice and events. Everything is available on the dashboard. And let's just see how residential units looks like. So once you go in residential unit, as a staff member, you will be able to list out all the units that you have. You can also add the new unit in the staff residential unit section. So you might have multiple blocks as a building, and then you can also, as a staff member, you will have a lot of documents related to your community or your apartment that you can upload for general public, or you can also upload a document for a particular unit. So it gives you all the options that documents like your building unit permissions or government documents that can be available to all the members. That is, you can upload as a general document. You can upload multiple documents as well, as you can see on my screen. And then you can also delete any particular document that you don't need, and then once you upload the document, it will come in the list that can be accessed by all the members, all the apartment members or community members. Let's see how the members look like. So as a staff member, you can add a new member as well in the system, obviously by clicking on the plus icon. You can also see the list of the members. Once you click on plus icon, you will be able to see which building, which unit category, they are residential, commercial, and things like that. You will be able to add a new member in the system. You can also add as an owner, or you can also add them as a tenant. You can also add a owner family details, or a tenant family details over here. You can also upload the picture of the member as well. So it gives you full control of who can have access to the system, right? So that was the member section where you will be able to add and manage the members. Now this is complaint module, which is very important because as a staff member, most of the time the complaints and the facility bookings are mostly handled by the staff member. So you will see the list of complaints. You can also search the complaints that's been raised by members. All the latest complaints will become at the top. Now let's see how the complaint works. So we just click on edit complaint. You can also change the status on hold or completed the complaint. So all the complaints that's been logged by different members from their admin area, they can be managed from here. You can open new complaint if the member calls you up directly and Ray wants to raise a complaint. If they don't want to use the system to raise a complaint and call you, you can also raise a complaint from your end, right? It could be individual complaint or it could be a general complaint. That general complaint would be usually the compound radio box that you will select. And you can also add the complaint detail, date and time, what time the complaint was raised. You can also upload some pictures as a document. You might have the compound cleaning issue though. So as a document, you can upload some pictures for that particular problem or the complaint. So over here we can place pay maintenance fee, so we can have maintenance fees as a complaint that we have raised. So that's coming up in the list, as you can see on the screen, and you can always edit that complaint, adding few more details on it, and you can change the status. Once the complaint is resolved, you can close it out. So that's how the complaint module works. And once you close out the complaint, it also sends a message to the particular member. Now let's see the services. So services is usually your plumbing services, your electric services, or your landscaping services, something like that. So you might have different agencies or you might have different providers for the services. Today we'll go to see the aircon services, AC services. You might want to add the provider name, their contact details, their alternate mobile number, their email, their address, everything over here. So once you add a service provider details, this becomes easy for the members whenever they come across any problem and wants to do some maintenance service, they can always request these services within within the community or within the compound from using the system itself. So this gives them a better way of managing their own personal housing, as well as if there is a general common services that for the related to the building, if they want to request, they can also do so from here. Remember, all the service providers can attract some pricing or charges, so that can also be managed through the system. So let's just add AC service by clicking add button. So we have just inserted one service about the aircon services. Bandy Parker is a provider, and we added details. You can always view this service in the service provider. Uh, you can have multiple service provider for the same thing. So you can, for aircon service, you might want to add one more service provider. So that is also possible in the system. And all the members will be able to see these services and the contact details of the service provider, so they can always request any maintenance services they want to do through the system. Now let's go and check again the dashboard, where we can see uh, now we can just go and see the facility booking. So you might have the gym, swimming pool, or you might also have the card room in your compound or in your neighborhood, and you can always add those details, any facilities that you want to add. You can first add over here. So we are just going to add the speakers, or a sound system, and then there will be charges to use by day or by hour. You can just select that out and then add this facility, and the members will be able to book this facility themselves. And so right now we just added the speakers, and you can see the amount and everything over there. You can always view and edit these facilities, and once someone books it, it will be marked as booked for that particular day or something like that. So which facility has been booked, and you can also see the list of this facility that's been booked from the list. Now let's just, if we member wants to book a new facility that we just added, we can just go to booking facility. So here is the list of the facility that's been booked previously. We can just click on plus icon. So we added the speakers, so we can just select the speakers, which activity we want to select this particular facility, so that we can add, and how many days, and if you want to change the pricing, we can also do it. For which particular member this facility is being booked, we can also select the member. So we just selected a member, and it will be book the facility now. So Alex has been selected when we was adding the booking for them. We can also approve the booking and things like that. So there is a committee member or admin that would do the approval. So that is also, you can just edit it and change it to pending to approval status, depending on the workflow you have in your community. So you can also select approve as a staff member, and it's approved. So this is now booked for this particular member called Alex. So that's been successfully booked. Now we can just go and see, if this member, from the member, and also the Alex will be able to see that the facility is booked for him. So we are back on dashboard again. Now we can go and check invoices. So from accounts, you will be able to see the list of invoices that's been generated previously. If you want to raise a new invoice, click on plus icon, and it will give you the option one time, monthly. What are the invoice charges that you want to raise invoice for? So there are two options. You can add charges and raise the invoice later on, or you can add charges and raise the invoice immediately. You can raise the invoice for a particular member, or you can raise the invoice for all the members altogether. You can also manage the expenses in the neighborhood. So the expense, if you click on expense plus icon, you will be able to enter new expenses. Otherwise, all the previous expenses appears in the list. So you can select the expense type, enter vendor name, amount, bill date, the payment that's been done, and the description of the expense that can be added from the expense menu. Now we will just go and see the reports. So you can always have the building unit reports, number of units you have by particular blocks, Then you can also have the members in a particular building blocks, how many members you have, uh, and then you can also have, so this is chart format. You can also have a database table based report where you can download the member list and things like that. So this is particularly useful when you want to have some sort of follow up that needs to be done. So this is the list of members. We can also have the finance report, so how much income we have or how much expense we have for a particular time period, month wise, that you can also generate from here. There are two formats we are supporting. One is the graph, one is the data table format. So you can always run through the accounts, income and expense both, that you can generate through the system. So again, income expense report in a graph and a data table format. Complaints, I think this is very important because you want to know how many complaints were raised, how many open, what are on hold, what are completed. So the closed maintenance requests. So this is an important graph to see that they are pending and complaints. If any suggestions were there that was made, raised by members, that would also come over here. So we have suggestions as well. So now let's just go back to dashboard. So thanks for watching us today. Do subscribe to our channel, and we hope that this guide is helpful as a staff member on how to use WP Apartment, make best out of it. Thank you, and do subscribe to our channel. Thank you.